Well, this is day number 8 on our fence project here. We're pretty much done. I think Laurent's gonna have to come back one more day to do some final detail work, but this is what we ended up with. This is the fencing here, and it's basically sandwiched in between two 2x4s here. And the gate is just gonna be a wood gate. And they're sharing the fence line here with the neighbors. And we got it going on all the way around. I think it turned out really good. We have been at it all day to hang one more gate. Otherwise, we're pretty much done. Got to do some backfilling here to fill in the gaps. Everything else, the gate is hanging just a little bit below the 2x4s. I think it turned out good. Okay, I had some questions on how to fill up the solar shower tube here. This is the T that I have that's threaded. This is the top that you thread into it with the valve where you can pressurize it and read the pressure. So you just unscrew that with a pair of channel locks or a pipe wrench. Take your hose. It has already been filled up, but you can just take any hose. Don't even need a nozzle on it. Go ahead and fill from up there. Okay, so I was doing some thinking here, and as far as alternate methods to fill this tube up, you could definitely, instead of removing this threaded cap, which is how I've been doing it, you could remove the valve stem from the Schrader valve and then take a hose and thread it on the end here. You would need the threaded female end on both ends to screw on here, and then wherever you're filling from, open it up, and then the air would be able to escape. But as I'm thinking about that, you would not know when it's full other than the water coming out of the Schrader valve. And I don't think that would be a good, I mean, you could do that and then you'd have to drain water out and just estimate, because you do need to leave some room for air to have good pressure. So I'm thinking overall the best way to fill it is just to remove this threaded cap, stick your hose in there. That way you can kind of put your finger in there, feel when it's just about, I've been going just under the top of the tube here. That way you've got a big section of air to pressurize. I've got it at 30, although I might let a little out because we're filling it up in the morning and I'm going to be in the hot sun today to compensate for pressurizing with the heat. I might drop it down to about 20, let the heat, and I will have my little compressor with me so I can just pressurize it as needed. So far this is still an experimental thing, so we'll keep you updated how this works out. I will probably be using this to shower within the next day or two, so I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I'm just getting geared up here to get back on the road. I'll give you a little glimpse of the van when I'm in travel mode. Not much different. I just kind of roll my sleeping bag, stuff it up against the back window. Fortunately, I have a few things on the floor and back next to my drawers. I usually keep my backpack hanging up on that hook there. All my food stuff is secured. People have asked how these stay in. There's a little piece of wood on the end of this crate that hooks on the back of this piece of plywood, and it just keeps it from sliding forward, so I don't have an issue with that. The bottom crates, they're heavy enough, they just stay in there. And I do have a little bungee cord for my stove. Need to clean my stove now that I'm seeing it in brighter light. So I just take this bungee cord. I've got another screw over here on the front. It's kind of tight, that's how I want it. And then I've got that bungeed in there, so that isn't going anywhere. With this door closed, it stays in there nice and snug. Usually have my chairs just like this. It allows me to still see through the side window. And then I just have to bring in my water jug. Need to fill this up. I'm gonna stop at Walmart, fill that up with filtered drinking water. That usually just sits right there while I'm traveling, and as soon as I get to a camp, I just pull it out. That way I've got a clear path there. So I'm gonna do a little final sweep out here, and it's looking like I'm good to go. Okay guys, well, one of the great things about being on the road is meeting new people, but it's always bittersweet. I just hate goodbyes. It's been very awesome being here with Laurent and his wife Marquet. Thank you guys for everything. It's been amazing.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and anyone out there that's considering a meetup with Brian, jump on it.
Awesome, thanks man.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
You guys have been so hospitable, all the great food, Marquet. We hope to see your cooking channel soon, so I'll keep all the viewers posted when that happens.
Awesome.
Thanks again. Take care, guys. All right. Time to hit the road.
Happy trails.
Okay, I am heading out of Heber City. Actually got to make one more stop. I got to fuel up. Just leaving the Walmart, I was able to fill up my water jug with drinking water. Got a few extra grocery supplies. And we are ready to go do some boondocking. This has been an amazing meetup. I just really developed a good friendship with Laurent and Marquet. It was excellent to be able to pick up some work and actually work with Laurent. He is a very skilled craftsman, and he is partnered up with a contractor that was very pleased with my work. He said I'm welcome back here anytime to work with him. He actually said he could probably keep me busy all the way through summer if I wanted to, but I've got plans to be nomadic this summer, and as tempting as it is, it's time to move on. It's very hard for me to say goodbyes, especially after developing such a good relationship here with Laurent and Marquet. So it was a little challenging to leave, to head out of here, but it's what I need to do. And it does feel good to be back on the road. I think once I hit the highway, I'm going to really start to feel it again. So I'm going to stop, gas up, and then we'll do this. Into the state of Idaho. What's up, Idaho? Good to be back. My last visit to Idaho was very short. My first year out on the road. Basically just cut through the southeast corner to get into Yellowstone National Park. Wonderful memories on that trip. Looks like there is a sign indicating the turn here. Let's see what they say. Deep Creek Reservoir. Sportsman access. Looks like they got trash cans out here. Okay, that's a little confusing. There's actually a private drive that's paved. Just after it is the dirt road. Looks like the road's a little bit of washboard here. Look at this. And it's not looking too good for camp spots. Looks like there's only a couple pull-offs here, and there's people already set up fishing. So this may not work out. There is another spot across the highway, across the interstate from here, another reservoir, so I might check that out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull out of here. I'm just not seeing anywhere to camp. Situations like this, I will do my best to leave a comment on freecampsites.net just to give a little heads up to other people that there's really not a lot of places to camp here, although it is allowed. Anyway, no big deal. Burn a little extra fuel. It's part of the deal. I just don't have the best feeling about this, but I'm gonna go check it out. I believe this is called Crowther's Reservoir. There's a reservoir. Yeah, I might be able to find a spot here. It's not looking too bad at all. That is like perfect. All right, we're gonna call this camp. I just wanted to give you a shot of the camp here. This spot is just about maybe 3.5 miles off Interstate 15. It's been very peaceful so far. If you listen, tons of birds chirping. And this seems like a very popular fishing spot. From what I read, they do stock this reservoir with rainbow trout. I would say there's at least a dozen people here for day use just fishing. It seems like there's only one other person that's going to camp here overnight. There is a tent trailer just up the road a little bit. As far as pull-off spots, really not a whole lot. I'm probably in one of the few, I would say, best pull-offs here. I'll give you a shot of where I'm at. The main dirt road is just right up here, and as you can see, I'm pretty darn close, but there is a little pull-off here. kind of a makeshift fire ring. Got the trees here. The sun is setting just behind these trees, so I do have some shade. It was about 80 degrees today. There is a little bit of a breeze, so that's been nice. And then there's off of the main dirt road, there's these kind of pull-offs that go behind it, but they're pretty rough. There's a huge big dip right in this one here. I wouldn't even take my van there. I think it would bottom out. My bike rack would bottom out. And then behind the main road over here, there's another one. And it's same thing, it's a little rough. I don't know if you could find a level spot there. If you really wanted to cram in and didn't mind having neighbors too close, this may be a spot for you. But overall, if you're looking for isolation and solitude, this is definitely not the camp for that. It is free. It seems like there's a little porta-john, toilet, and no trash, no water. And the reservoir is very close to where I'm camped. Just a little short walk across this dirt road here. We'll go walk over there. The reservoir is just right here. It's actually very peaceful. Seems like the water level is pretty high. There's quite a bit of brush around the edge that is actually submerged, so they might have got a lot of rain in here to fill up the reservoir. And if you look down this way, there is a porta-john there, and I believe there's a vault toilet at the entrance as well. I have not checked the condition of that toilet. I'm not sure how it is, and you can see I'm just right over here. Nice little spot. Once again, very close to this main dirt road. There has been a few people coming in and out, and you know, like I said, if you're looking for isolation, this is not the spot. But for like an overnighter, I think this will do. There seems to be a few flies here, not biting flies. So I do have the screen up on the van. We'll take a walk over there, I'll show you that. But I'm really digging it. It's just, there's so many birds here chirping and the cool breeze. And like I said, there are a lot of people here fishing, but it's totally mellow. Everyone's being real quiet. I'll give you a shot of the van here with the screen up. I was hanging out for a few minutes without this and the van just filled up with flies, so I just have a few of these magnetic little clips, and I just hook my screen on there and I'm able to just sneak in there and keep the flies out, so that's been working really good. This will work for an overnighter. There is a good strong cell signal here. I did pass the cell tower on the way in. So it seems like I've got Cricket Wireless and my Verizon Jetpack has full bars. So as far as that goes, that's good. I do need to upload a video this evening, so I'll be able to do that. This is just going to be an overnighter for me. I'll probably move on tomorrow, try to find something that's a little bit more solitude. That's kind of what I'm craving right now. Been doing a lot of meetups, and I realize it's been quite a while since I've actually just been out in nature boondocking alone. So it's kind of my thing. That's how I get grounded, so I'm looking forward to that. This is a great start for that. So I'm just going to crawl in the van. I got a lot of editing to do tonight, so we'll get a video up for tomorrow, and we'll check in soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace.